Our next guest is a prominent member of the Wilmington community. He's president of an advertising and public relations firm, and he's on many numerous service organizations. He has one sideline that keeps him pretty busy. Meet Sam Shipley, chairman of the Democratic Party. Hello, Sam. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Bob.
Sam, what makes a successful businessman like you want to risk his reputation in becoming involved as chairman of the Democratic Party?
Well, I think that most people should be involved anyway, no matter what their vocation is. But I think politics is my first love to begin with, and has been for a number of years, my adult life and when I was a boy. But people should be involved. I chose the Democratic Party for a number of reasons, and the leadership I'm enjoying. I think I'm being helpful to my party and to our own community.
What was your political background before becoming state chairman?
Well, at the age of 13, writing a letter to President Roosevelt and telling him how great he was when I heard him on radio. I was director of the Democratic Party in New Hampshire in the mid-50s, representative for the National Committee in the mid-50s, and I ran for Congress here in Delaware. So I've been involved for a number of years and been committed Democrat for a number of years.
Speaking of the Democratic Party, what's the condition of the Democratic Party in our state right now?
It's not ideal, but it's not terribly bad. I think most of what you read and hear makes it look worse than it really is. We're going to win this year because there's a spirit, there's an uplift, there's a wave of hope. I think Mr. Reagan has helped that considerably. But the party is targeting candidates for the first time this year. They're doing more sophisticated things. I think we'll have a little bit more money this year than we had the last time to run a campaign. More importantly, there's hope, and the party's together and unified.
Well, it's no secret that the Democratic Party doesn't have a lot of money. As Ralph Moyd put it, whatever the Democrats are rolling in, it isn't money. So how's it look financially?
It doesn't look good, relatively speaking, to the Republican Party. On a national level, the Republican Party expects to spend about $210 million on their congressional campaigns. Our national party will spend about $19 million. We'll have relatively the same percentages here in Delaware.
What campaigns is the party going to emphasize in our state?
We're going to emphasize all where the good candidates are. Hopefully we'll have many good candidates. We're going to emphasize the General Assembly to recapture the House and keep the Senate and help Mr. Levinson become a U.S. Senator and help Mr. Oberle become an Attorney General. We're going to be together, and we're going to elect our people. Mr. Copper is going to be treasurer again, so you can see we're positive. Right?
How do you see the state legislative campaigns turning out?
We're going to win the House and the Senate. These aren't light comments of mine. I feel this only having been chairman for 6 months. I've been on the outside looking in for the last 2 or 3 years. But I feel I feel very hopeful about it, and I feel good about it. It's going to be the year of the Democrats.
You know, it seems as if political advancement isn't as rigidly defined as it once was. I see people coming up now, issue-oriented candidates such as Frida Berryhill as an anti-nuclear activist. Do you see campaigns like Frida's as a healthy sign?
Absolutely. The Democratic Party is an issue-oriented party. We have raw power, but most of the party's built on issues. It's the oldest political entity in the world, and it's only that because it's substantive, and substance is are issues.
You know, your name has been associated, I think, with public campaign financing, with the taxpayers subsidizing the candidates. How do you feel about that?
Now, what it is, what I've asked for, there are 16 states in the country, states where they have income tax legislation, where you can check off, as you can for the presidential campaign, check off $1 for the party of your choice, not for candidates. So what I'd like to see Delaware have is an opportunity for people to be able to check off $1 for the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, and whatever the legislation reads, even if it includes the other parties are legal in the state. That will give the opportunity for people to get involved in politics even with $1. It'll broaden the base of the involvement and the interest in politics. Also, it'll help give seed money to both parties for organizational purposes, so there won't be the special interest money as much as there has been. Our party continually has a money problem. We continually almost have to beg for money, and that's wrong, to make politics and put it in that level. I went around to 36 states with Hubert Humphrey when he ran for president in 1968. I saw him literally beg for money from $100 up. Taking the time of a presidential candidate, somebody as substantive as Hubert Humphrey, and relegating it in that area of fundraising is just wrong. Somewhere we have to stop it. A tax checkoff allows a lot of people to help. Most people, Bob, think that if they don't give $100 or $50 or $30, they think that's probably not enough. $1 is enough if they do it with their checkoff.
Okay, now, will this checkoff be limited only to the major parties? What about third-party candidates?
I think that the legislation hasn't been written yet, but if the third parties or all legal entities in Delaware, and I know the American Party is a legal entity here, maybe the Libertarian Party,
Citizen Party?
Citizen Party, whatever. We're not for preventing any party for not receiving. The important thing is that for a citizen to be able to check off and give $1 of their choice, give $1 to the party of their choice. I don't care what the party is.
Sam, there was a lot of press going on with the Philadelphia Democratic Convention. Was it really a PR effort that went on there?
I think more than anything, it was a showcase for prospective national candidates, showcase for the Democratic Party, and I think, too, it had some substance with some of the issues. The nuclear freeze was one of them. It gave an opportunity for Governor Harriman of New York, who is 91 years old, to address the convention and remind them why they're Democrats and remind them that a current issue is nuclear freeze, and he came from all the disarmament talks that he went through in his time. So for a man at 91 to be as current as he is,
yes,
and say enough is enough, is what that convention wanted to hear, and they heard it.
Well, thank you very much. This has been Sam Shipley, Chairman of the Democratic Party, and if you have any additional questions, I'm sure you can direct them to Sam. He'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you, Sam, for coming on our show.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
And now we're going to see a couple commercials, and then we'll be back with more of Focus Delaware. Don't go away.